Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we are going to play Cthulhu Death May Die by Cool Mini or Not. Now, you might say, hey, didn't Mike do a playthrough of this one? He certainly did. And I did not back this game. I didn't even look at it. I didn't watch his playthrough. And then I did something. And I listened to their podcast. Bad idea, Colin. Peter and Mike totally convinced me on this game. I went out, found the Kickstarter version of the game, as well as all of the expansions. I've got Season 2. We're going to do a scenario from Season 2. I also have the Unspeakable box, and I have the Dark Woods expansion, the Black Goat. Yeah, that means I like it a lot. My son and I have played it. My wife even likes it because it's simple and straightforward. Yeah, I know. I don't even really like Cthulhu as a theme, and yet here I am playing this game and loving it. I hope you guys are excited. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play on the channel. I'm hoping to do at least one video for each of the different bosses. So we're going to play against Haster this time, since we already have a Cthulhu on the channel. Granted, I probably will play Cthulhu again. And we're going to do one of the episodes from the Season 2, the Sanctificator Nomen. So we're going to do some sort of cluing, so to speak. We're trying to interrogate these different suspects and try and find out which one killed the priest. So Mike has already done on this channel a great setup of how to play the game. So I'm going to run through setup really quick and we're just going to jump in because that's the best part about this game. You can just jump in. Here we have how we set up the board for Season 2, Episode 3, the Sanctificator Nomen. You can see all the different suspects that are placed out on the board. We got some cultists, some ghouls, and a star vampire. Don't forget that these are tunnels. So that means that they're adjacent, so we can move from this space to this space as if they were adjacent. But it's also connected this way, so you can move around in two different ways in this game. We also have our alibi board here, so we need to set this up. There's one alibi token for each character. We have a deacon, prefect, we have mother superior, we have monsignor, and we have the janitor. So each one of those are one of these tokens. We've randomly set them up, and I'm trying to figure out who's guilty of killing the priest. When we arrived here, the priest was already dead, we swear. The cult must have infiltrated this church. One of their agents used dark magics to kill the old man. Now we have to figure out which one of them did it and dish out some justice of our own. If you don't know anything about this game, we're trying to disrupt the ritual that's summoning Haster to the world. We're actually trying to get Haster to the world and kill him before he becomes invincible and kills everybody else. So our goal and how we're going to disrupt the ritual is discover which suspect killed the priest and kill that specific suspect. Face-up suspects can be interrogated to discover which one has their alibi token on the guilty slot. After the guilty one is killed, that's considered disrupting the ritual. Discard all suspects and alibi tokens from the game and ignore any effects that would affect those tokens. When the Elder One advances, and that happens every once in a while during the game, you'll see how that works, turn face up each suspect token whose alibi token is still face down, then move each suspect in a space with an investigator 2 spaces away from them. Now, we have 2 extra actions like you normally have for each of your scenarios. We have interrogate. We have to be in a safe space. A safe space is a space with no enemies, and we have to, in a safe space, with a face-up suspect, first flip that token face down, then flip one of the alibi tokens in the innocent slots face up, so we can find out which ones are innocent and hopefully figure out which one is guilty. Hey, it's kind of like Clue. The other action, which hopefully we'll only do once, is we can kill a suspect in our space and flip the token in the guilty slot. If that suspect matches the token, you've disrupted the ritual. Otherwise, go straight to the resolve end of turn and advance the Elder One as if there were 3 of these icons, and that's how the Elder One moves up the advances on the track. And then, after that, advance at 3 more spaces without triggering effects. So you will just blow through his track, and you'll probably die very quickly. Whenever we draw those Mythos cards and we have those red symbols, and we have a total of 3 of them, Haster's going to move 1 up on this track. When he gets to the red spot, he'll actually summon himself to the board, and then if ever he gets to here, we automatically lose the game. So that's our timer of the game. Currently, Haster's ability is whenever he advances on the track, you gain a yellow sign token, and then summon 1 Haster disciple at the nearest gate and 1 cultist at each other gate. And you'll see how that works in the playthrough. Let's look really quickly at our enemies. We have the regular cultists, just 2 green dice they'll use to attack us, no special abilities. We have the Haster disciples, they're going to roll 3 green dice, and then if this deals any wounds, choose 1, take a yellow sign token, or summon a cultist in this space. That doesn't attack that turn. We also have ghouls. They have the 2 health here. They roll 2 green and 1 black. If attacked and not destroyed, summon another ghoul in your space, so you better be ready to actually take them out. And the star vampire. They have 4 health. When wounded by an attack, it deals wounds to the attacker equal to the number of elder signs rolled in that attack. Pretty brutal. And they roll 1 black and 2 green when they attack you. I'm playing with 2 investigators today. Our first one is Adila, and both of these are from Season 2 as well. I wanted to make sure I grabbed everything from Season 2, so if you like what you see, you can go ahead and grab that box. It's not that expensive, and it comes with another 10 investigators, another 6 different episodes you can play. Yeah, and this is one of them. Each of your investigators has 3 abilities, and then during the game, as you become more insane, you will actually be able to level up your abilities, which is kind of a funny way, but an interesting way of playing the game. So for Adila, we have Voodoo. Name an investigator as your focus at the beginning of the game. Whenever one of you rests, the other one heals 1 wound or stress. Since there's only 2 investigators in the game, I'm going to go ahead and pick Ariel as my focus. Then we have Brawling. Gain a green die when attacking a target in your space. And we have Arcane Mastery. When making any roll, you may count 1 of the Elder Signs as a success. Because normally Elder Signs don't mean anything unless you have an ability. And this is the ability that makes it worth something. This is our health over here and our stress. Stress, if it gets to the max, it's not a problem. We can just take rest actions to get it back. But if our health ever gets to here, or if our insanity ever gets to here, we're eliminated. And if that happens before Hastur has been summoned to the board, we automatically lose. Finally, we do have our Insanity card, and our Insanity card is a Pyromania. So this means whenever we hit one of these red spots on our Insanity track, we will activate this. Put a fire token in your space, then deal wounds equal to the number of fire tokens in your space to all other characters that are there. That could be enemies, that could be investigators, anyone. Here we have Ariel. Ariel has 3 abilities as well. She has a Specialist Hunter. Name a favored non-Elder One enemy at the start of the game, and you gain 1 green die when attacking it. I'm going to go ahead and say the regular cultists, because they seem to come out a lot. So if she attacks a regular cultist, normally you just roll 3 black dice. She'll roll 3 black dice and 1 green. She also has a marksman ability. You may attack a target from 1 space away. And she's stealthy. When you run, you may sneak once. 1 enemy doesn't follow you. That's because in this game, you can move around and enemies don't slow you down for movement, but they'll follow with you. So if I move into a space with an enemy and try and move another space, that enemy is going to move with me. But with Ariel, I can sneak by at least 1 enemy, which is cool. Her Insanity card is Catatonia. Lay your figure down. While down, you are safe and can't be attacked. Investigate, move, or take any actions other than rest. You must take 1 stress to stand back up. So it knocks her down, but it also protects her. So hopefully we can maybe use that to our advantage. We have our Discovery cards up here, and our Mythos cards right down here. With that, I think we are ready to start. So let's go ahead and start with Ariel. Let's take a look at a turn sequence quick, and then we'll jump in. During your turn, you have a total of 5 different options of actions: run, attack, rest, trade, or the episodic actions, which is just 1 action for us. After doing 3 of those actions, you'll draw a Mythos card, resolve any items that you need to do, and then if that you're in a space that's safe, so no enemies, you'll draw a Discovery card. If there's enemies in your space, they'll attack you. And then we'll go to end of turn, where we look to see, okay, first of all, do you have any fire on you? If we have to check the Mythos discard pile and see if there's 3 of those symbols here, which means that we would move the Elder One, Hastur 1 space forward. Then we have to check to see if the Elder One would summon, and then any Elder One end of turn effects. And then we rinse and repeat that. Ariel, with her marksman ability, we have doors here and doors here, could attack either one of these enemies. And she has a favorite enemy as these cultists, so I think it makes sense to do 1 action and attack him. She'll roll the normal 3 black dice plus the 1 green. The 4 different icons you'll see on your dice are the tentacles. That means you move your insanity up 1 space on your insanity track. And that's one thing you can never reduce. So when you start moving up that insanity track, there's no way to go backwards. So you got to watch those tentacles. This is a success. That's what we're looking for. That will deal damage. This is an Elder Sign, and for Ariel, that won't do anything. For Adila, one of these will actually be a success for her. There's also blank sides of the dice as well. And I should also mention the green upgrade dice don't have any insanity symbols on them, so you'll only ever roll insanity with black dice. All right, so we're rolling all 4 of these. We're hoping for 2 successes that'll take out a regular cultist. And that looks great. We've got 3 successes, but we will have to move our insanity up 1. We'll move this up 1 space, and we'll remove this cultist from the board. Now, what's interesting about this game is you kind of want to move up that insanity track because you want to upgrade your abilities. I mean, look at this second part of the marksman ability. If you are attacking an enemy that's not in your space, you get to add 2 green dice. So she could have rolled an additional 2 green dice with that attack if she had this leveled up. But that means we have to become a little more insane. Also, this stress, just so you know, you can use this to re-roll 1 die, and you can re-roll dice in this game as many times as you want. It's not like Sword and Sorcery where you can only re-roll each die 1 time. You can re-roll the same die as many times as you're able to. So that's what you use stress for, as well as a lot of the discovery cards. You'll see you might need to take stress to get a benefit from the actual discovery card. I'm not a huge fan of that star vampire that's so close to us, so I think I'm going to have her do her second and potentially third action and try and attack him, but if I roll any of those elder signs, I take wounds for those. This is not a favored enemy, so we'll just be rolling 3 black dice for this, and we get only 1 success and we're taking 1 damage. I think I'll go ahead and use 1 stress to re-roll that die. So we'll pick this one up, I'll move these 2 out of the way, and we'll re-roll it. Oh, great. We'll do 2 damage, and we'll have to move up our insanity 1 space. And I feel like it makes sense to try and do that one more time. We can hopefully take him out for our third action. 1, 2, holy moly, that's a lot of insanity. Let's take it. This is a good time to have insanity happen. 2 more damage, though, means he is gone. With that first attack, we'd move our sanity up 1 space. Now that second attack, we'd technically move our insanity up 3 spaces. But every time you hit a spot that has a red, that it's red like this, you stop there no matter what. So even though I had 3, I'll only take it up to 2. But that does mean we have to activate our catatonia. This means we'll have to lay our figure down. While down, you are safe and can't be attacked. Investigate, move, or take any actions other than rest. You must take 1 stress to stand back up. We'll go ahead and lay our character on her side. So she's laying down, taking a little bit of a nap. But we get to level up as well because we've already hit the first spot on our insanity track. And I'm definitely going to move up the marksman track. This now means we get to gain those 2 green dice when attacking a target not in your space. We've completed the action part of our turn, and now we're going to draw a Mythos card. So these Mythos cards, 8 of them will come from your specific Elder one, and then 8 will come from the episode. So it's really fun because every time you play, you're going to have a different combination of Mythos cards. So we'll flip our first one, and you can see here, this symbol means that that's one of the Elder One symbols. If there's 3 of those in the discard pile at the end of this turn, the Elder One will move up 1 space on the track. Right now, we'll just only have 1. We have each investigator rolls 1 die for each yellow sign token that they have. No one has any, so we don't have to worry about that. Then we have summon a cultist, and we're going to summon a cultist in the yellow gate space. The yellow gate is this room, so now we have 3 wonderful cultists over here. Fortunately for us, there are no enemies in our space, so because of that, we get to draw our first discovery card. Yes, and we have a confessional. Someone means to confess their whereabouts. You may take 3 stress to move to the nearest face-up suspect into your space. Oh, if you do not claim the doubt condition. Oh, okay. So if we're not able to spend the 3 stress, which we are, so I'm not going to do it. We'd have to have this doubt condition. I'm not going to worry about the doubt condition. I'm definitely going to spend that 3 stress. That does fully stress us out, but I think it's worth it. Apparently, the Monsignor is feeling slightly guilty. And he's going to run into our space. We'll then go to the end of turn step. The only thing we need to do here right now is just check how many of these symbols we have. We only have 1, so we don't move Haster up on his track. So now we'll move to Adila's turn. And the first thing Adila is going to do is the interrogate action. In a safe space with a face-up suspect, first flip that token face down, then flip up one of the alibi tokens in an innocent slot. We'll take the Monsignor, and we're going to say, Monsignor, do you know who has done it? Well, I can tell you that the deacon was out drinking with one of his friends that night, so I know for sure it was not him. Okay, so we know it's not the deacon, but it could be the Monsignor, actually, because he could be that one right here. That was Adila's first action. Her second action, she's going to run. She can run 3 spaces, so she's going to move 1, 2, and then 3 into here for her second action. And then her third, she's going to take the tunnel over here to be in the janitor space. We're not going to be able to interrogate him this round, but hopefully next round there won't be any enemies there and she can interrogate him. We'll move to that Mythos phase. We'll flip this one. It's another symbol. Hastur's Disciple. The nearest Hastur Disciple moves 2 spaces towards you. There aren't any on the board, so we don't have to worry about that, but we will summon one in the red spawn gate. We'll place that Hastur Disciple right here, right with Mother Superior. Now, there are no enemies in our space, so no one will attack us. Instead, we get to draw a discovery card. And we have Body and Blood. A means of purging sin. You may claim either the Jug of Wine or the Communion Wafers. Okay, so the Communion Wafers, discard this card to prevent any loss of sanity once. Or Jug of Wine, discard this card to heal all of your stress. Well, it seems to me you can always heal stress by actions. You can never prevent sanity, so I'd say the Communion Wafer. I like how these discovery cards work because you just slide them underneath your player board like so, and now we know we have the item Communion Wafer. We can, as an action, trade these with each other if we want. Ariel's going to have a pretty boring turn this round. That's because she's going to have to do her rest for her first action. When you rest, you can reduce your stress or your health in any combination of total of 3. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3 on here. Then she's going to have to spend 1 stress because of her catatonia to stand back up. So she spends 1 stress, she's back up. Then, and that stress using to stand back up was not an action. So she spent 1 action. I'm thinking, well, let's go ahead. Let's do action 2. Let's shoot some of those cultists that's in an adjacent space. You can see here, there's a door here, so she can shoot through this door and attack these 3 cultists. I just want you to see there is an arrow here, but there's no arrow on this tile here, so that's why we couldn't just go into this room where the Monsignor was. He had to go through or around this way to get to us to follow the arrow-to-arrow connections. We have our 3 normal black dice, we have our 2 because we're attacking range, and we have 1 because they are a favored enemy. So action 2, let's attack. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, wow. We will have to move our insanity by 1, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total successes. Too bad we can't hit more than 1 yet. So we only took 1 out. And then the question becomes, do we want to attack another one, or am I worried enough about stress? There's a lot of the discovery cards in this one. You need 3 stress to be able to take them. So as much as I want to attack again, I think I'm not. We'll move 1 up on here and then move ourselves back for our third action to rest. I could have re-rolled you guys this insanity, but I don't mind her getting to here because you can see this green die right here. That means that from that moment on, every time she rolls, she always gets to add a green die. I'm okay getting to there. I think my favorite part of this game is just how quick turns go. We're going to go ahead and draw our Mythos card. Bummer. See, we've got our 3rd symbol. You know what that means. That means we're going to have the Elder One, our Hastur, move forward 1 space on the track. We have move each Star Vampire 2 spaces. There aren't any out on the board. Suspects follow Star Vampires when they leave a space. Oh, interesting. But that's not going to happen. Then we just have to summon a Star Vampire in the yellow gate. And of course, the yellow gate is right here. So we took out a cultist and instead a Star Vampire shows up. Moving to the end of the round, we have 3 of these symbols. That means we need to shuffle these back into the Mythos deck and then move Hastur 1 space. We'll move Hastur 1 space forward. We have 2 triggered items happen whenever he advances. You gain a yellow sign token and summon a Hastur Disciple at the nearest gate and 1 cultist at each other gate. So Ariel will gain 1 of these yellow sign tokens. That's never a good thing. And then we spawned a Hastur Disciple here, a regular cultist here, and a regular cultist over there. We also have turn face up each suspect token whose alibi token is still face down. Then move each suspect in a space with an investigator 2 spaces away from them. So the Monsignor over here will flip face up and we'll move 2 spaces away. 1, 2. But it's actually not terrible. We can re-interrogate him now because he's not the one that we found out that was innocent. That was the deacon. If the deacon had been flipped over, we can no longer talk to the deacon. He's way over here. So I can maybe just ignore him. Unfortunately, though, the janitor gets spooked and he's going to run 1, 2 over here away from Adila. So Adila's going to have to go and chase him down. For Adila's turn, first thing she's going to do is run. She's going to move 1, 2, and she's going to have to bring this cultist with her, but that's okay, because what she can do then is attack, and she has brawling. So when she's attacking the target in her space, she gets 1 green die. So 1 green and 3 black against this cultist. Let's give our dice a roll, and we have 3 total successes. No insanity, which I'm almost sad about. We took him out. We'll then interrogate him. What were you doing on Saturday night? Well, I can tell you that the Monsignor was definitely not the one that killed the priest because he was with the deacon, even though the deacon didn't tell you that. So we now know the deacon and the Monsignor are both innocent. This might seem kind of crazy, but I'm thinking as my third action, I'm actually going to move into here. That's just so I can roll some more dice and hopefully get a little bit more insane. I want to start leveling up, and I can't do that until I actually roll some more dice. And so far, we've rolled one time, and that hasn't happened. Both of these two will attack me, sure, but next round I can attack them. I've got an additional green die, and then I can hopefully talk to Mother Superior. Nothing like being a little risky, right? We're going to draw, and we have the king in yellow. Choose one. Each investigator rolls one of the black dice for each yellow sign token they have. So that'll only be Ariel, and she'll only roll one. They take one wound for each success and lose one sanity for each tentacle rolled. Or at the end of the turn, advance Haster on the track. Yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. That would mean he'd move forward one whole space. We can definitely have Ariel roll one die. And she gets insanity. I'm okay with that. The insanity is slowly creeping in. Since there are enemies in our space, and I did that to myself, we'll see if this was smart, we are going to have both a cultist and a Haster disciple attack us. So let's start with the cultist. They roll 2 green dice, and we get 1 point of damage. I'll take that. So that's 1 point. And then the Haster disciple will roll 3, and you know what I'm realizing, you guys? I would never roll the insanity with these green dice, so this was stupid of me. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh well. We get just another point of damage. I'll take it. So that's 2 points of damage. We still have 2 health remaining. I almost forgot, but since we did take damage from this Haster disciple, we have to either choose to take a yellow sign token or summon a cultist. I'm definitely going to do a yellow sign token. Moving on to Ariel's turn, we're going to go ahead and run for action 1 to move over here, and action 2, we are going to interrogate the Monsignor again. Are you sure you know? You didn't tell us about yourself. Can you tell me about someone else that maybe is innocent? Well, I can tell you that Mother Superior definitely would have done that. She was praying all afternoon in the church. So we know it's not the Mother Superior, the Monsignor, or the deacon. So that means it's the janitor or the prefect. This room over here has just too many enemies. So I think what I'm going to do for action 2 is run again. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then action 3, I'm just going to move to here. So I'm 1 space away from that cultist, and I can attack him next round. We'll then move to our Mythos phase. Overall, I feel like this is going pretty well. We have Deflection. Flip all of the alibi tokens in the innocent slots face down and shuffle them. Place them back randomly. Oh, why did I say we were doing well? That means I'll have to flip all 3 of these and then shuffle them with this one. So now when I talk to these suspects, I might find the same innocent people. Ugh. I only needed 1 more. We are in a safe space, so we can draw a discovery card, and we have a young nun. The Mother Superior is harsh, but she's not a killer. Well, we know that. She has a soft side when it comes to the deacon. You may take 3 stress to claim the church sister, or regain the doubt. I'm definitely going to take the 3 stress. While you have her gain 1 level of stealth. Oh, and we have stealth, so we can actually just level that up. We'll take the 3 stress. I'll deal with that next time. And we have stealth here, so we actually get bumped up by 1 on here. And it says now, when you run, you may sneak 3 times instead of just 1 time, which is super cool. Also, she's a companion with 1 health. So when we're taking damage, we can instead have her take 1 point of damage and simply discard the card so we don't die. We'll move to Adila's turn. Let's go ahead and do some attacking. Let's attack the Haster disciple first, followed by the cultist. We're rolling 3 black and 1 green. We only need 2 successes. One of these is considered a success for her because she has Arcane Mastery, and the second one, we just took out that cultist, no problem. Now we'll do the Haster disciple, same thing. We're getting no insanity, you guys. And we get 1 there, and we totally took out the other one, which is great. So that's 2 done, but we do move up on our insanity 1, but only 1. We'll move up 1 space onto here, and I think for our third action, let's interrogate Mother Superior. We can do that because she has not been flipped face down, and she's going to tell us about herself. Yes, I was in the church. It definitely wasn't me. Ah, man, we knew that already. We'll draw our Mythos card. Let's see what we have. Naming the nameless. Oh, we saw this before. Each investigator will roll 1 die, and we each have one yellow sign. We'll take a wound for any successes, and we'll take insanity for any insanity. I'm hoping for some insanity for Adila. She's too sane. And of course, we'll summon another cultist in the yellow space. I really hope nothing shows up there. We've got 5 enemies there. Our first roll will be for Adila. She gets nothing. And then for Ariel, she'll get both a damage and a sanity. Yeah, we can take that. That does mean we're 1 away from leveling up again. She's going to be ready for the Elder One, and Adila is going to be like, what? I'm not insane enough to take Haster on. For the end of round, we are in a safe space, so let's draw our discovery card, and we have unquestionable evidence. A love letter written by candlelight with Mother Superior's signature. You may take 2 stress to claim the Mother Superior's letter, or take 1 stress and claim the sharpened ruler. Oh, so let's see. The letter... If the Mother Superior's alibi token is face up, do not flip it face down when another effect tells you to. It can't be chosen to be flipped face down. That's kind of cool. Or the sharpened ruler, gain 1 while your sanity is on a red space. Nah. I'm going to do the Mother Superior letter because that way it's already flipped face up. It will never flip face down. But that will cost us 2 stress. We can take 2 stress, no problem. For Ariel's turn, she is sneaky. She can actually sneak by 3 enemies. So what she's going to do is she's going to move into this space and then sneak by him for part 2 of her run. Part 3 of her run will be to move here. Action 2, she'll just move to here. And then action 3, she's going to start taking out these ghouls so that then we can interrogate this prefect. Well, I was thinking of doing that, but I'm realizing that I'm in a safe space, and I likely will be, and I only have 1 stress. So instead, I think I'm going to do a rest, 1, 2, 3, so I have all of my stress back. Then, because of our voodoo from Adila, we have that whenever one of you rests, the other one can heal 1 wound or stress. So I'm going to have Adila actually heal 1 wound, so she now only has 1 point of damage. We'll just have the ghouls go down next round. So we'll draw our Mythos card. Yep, that's going to be our 3rd one. So we're also going to have Haster moving up his track. Oh, well, look at this. Move each ghoul 2 spaces towards you and summon a ghoul in a red space. It's like they knew that we were talking about them. We're going to have 2 come into here and 1 actually coming into Adila's space. Now, these 2 are going to attack Ariel during the investigate or fight part of your turn. They roll 2 green and 1 black. That's actually kind of rough, and it's 2 of them. So we'll roll that up. Okay, 1 point of damage. That only gives us, 2 points in total. We'll take that. Then we'll go ahead and roll for the second attack from the other ghoul. And we have 2 hits. Oh, that'll put us 1 away from dying. Let's use a stress to reroll 1 of those. That's only our first stress used. Let's take these 2. I'll put them up here. Come on, be a miss. Okay, great. So only 1 point of damage. What the hey? Let's use a second stress to try and roll this one again. Great. That means no damage. Unfortunately, during that end phase, we have 3 of these symbols, so Haster will move forward 1. The inevitable step. Then what we have to do is simply place a yellow sign token on Ariel's board. So now she has 2. Place out 1. Oh man, this is stinky. We're going to place out 1 of the Haster disciples in the gate closest to her, which is right where Adila is, and then 2 regular cultists in the other 2 spaces. Our 1 saving grace is we're going to turn face up each suspect token whose alibi token is face down. That's all of them except for Mother Superior, but then they run away. That blasted janitor has got to be guilty. He keeps running away from us. We'll flip the janitor over, and we'll have him run 2 spaces over here. And then the Monsignor, even though we know he's not guilty, he still gets flipped over because right now on the track he's not flipped up. And if you look here, we have our Haster cultist here and another regular cultist and another one here. Look at this space. I need something to just... Do I have an explosive somewhere? Blow that whole space up. Well, Adila's here, covered with a ghoul and a Haster disciple. So the question becomes, do I want to move into this space, bring them all with, and just try and take out as many as I can? Or do I want to take out those 2 and try and heal? And I think that's what I'm going to do this round. I'm going to have her attack both of these guys, try and heal up a little bit. That'll actually help Ariel, who then can next time take both of these guys out. And then, oh man, wait, she has got stealth. She doesn't even have to take them out. She can just run away from them and talk to this prefect. Let's go ahead and attack that ghoul first. We need 2 successes. Let's see what we get. Oh, there's 2 successes. The ghoul, toast. Now let's do the Haster disciple. And I need some insanity. Come on, there's insanity on those black dice. There we go. We have 1 success, 2 success, 3. This is a success because she has that arcane mastery, and it looks like we're soon about to be able to level it up. We'll take this out, and we're going to increase our insanity by 3. We'll move up 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we can finally level up. Of course, first, we have to put a fire token in our space. There's no other characters in our space, so this won't happen. Blasted pyro. We'll put this fire here. Now, we have no way of getting rid of fire in this scenario. So as we put fire out, it's just going to be there and be annoying. The advantage for us is this is in an off space, so we probably won't go into that space again after we move out, unless one of these suspects run into there. Well, we have a lot of great choices here. Look at this voodoo. If we get this all the way to the top, when your focus would die, you can take 2 wounds to keep them alive with 1 health. That's amazing. But over here, when you attack figures in your space, deal the full wounds to each target. Or if you get down here, you can count your elder signs as 2 successes each. So all of them are amazing. I don't know which one to do. I don't know. Let's do Arcane Mastery. It just makes all of our elder symbols as successes. And then for our third action, we're going to go ahead and do our rest. 1, 2, 3. We're fully set to go. And Ariel will heal one of her wounds for that. I love having that focus. That's really cool. We'll draw our Mythos card then, and we have the Hastur Disciple. Each one moves 1 space towards you, and then summon one in a blue location. Currently, there is only one right here. We'll move here, and then we'll place that Hastur Disciple here. We then get to draw another Discovery card, and we have a Know-It-All. I've seen the Monsignor taking confession. Ain't no way he's the killer. I would have seen it. You may take 3 stress to claim the studious teenager, and that would be while you have him gain 1 level of marksman. Yeah, that means Adila would be able to attack range, so she'll take 3 stress. That'll put her 1 away from being full to grab this, and we'll grab the level 1 marksman. Now, we don't have that on our board, so what we can do is actually just grab this token, and we'll place that on her. While we have him, we have that. For Ariel's turn, we're going to use her stealth ability. She can sneak by 3 enemies, so she's just going to move by 1 to move here, and then we're going to interrogate this prefect. Come on, prefect, tell us something that we don't know. The janitor! The janitor is definitely not guilty. You know what that means? That means that the prefect is the one that is guilty. So why don't we do it? Let's do action 3, and we're going to do justice. We're going to kill the prefect right now, and let's see if we're right. Yeah. That's hilarious. The prefect told us it wasn't the janitor, thinking that would be helpful, and instead he gave himself away. Awesome. But you know what? We just disrupted the ritual. This means we're going to move this card aside. Now, this card still stays in play, so we're still going to have this happen every time that Hastur advances, but we are going to move to stage 1. There are 3, or I should say stage 2. There's a stage 2, stage 3, and a final stage for Hastur. We have to defeat all 3. Each of them are 12 health. And we can see here, when revealed, summon Hastur into your space, then summon 1 Hastur Disciple at the nearest gate. And then it says here, monsters and cultists gain the green die when attacking if their target has 2 or more yellow sign tokens, which right now Ariel has that, Adila does not. And over here, this denotes how many dice Hastur will use to attack us. So right now it's only 3 dice. What we'll do is we'll grab Hastur from his track and place this token where he was. We'll continue moving this token up, and if it gets to the end, we still lose the game. And of course, he's going to show up on this outside path right where we were. Oh no! I hope this just shows you guys just how large these miniatures are. I mean, this is not a miniature. It's a bigature or something. I mean, look at that. It's so big. And we'll have to place a Hastur Disciple right here. That was, unfortunately, our third action. I mean, I kind of knew that, but I also didn't take it into account because we have the yellow sign. If you're in the same space as Hastur, are you serious? We just had that happen. Take 2 stress. So she's going to take 2 stress, and then if you're not in the same space, gain a yellow token. After seeing that ginormous monster show up into her space, I would definitely be stressed out, so I don't blame her. Ariel is then going to get attacked by 3 green dice. Now I'm going to mention, if one of our investigators die, we can continue playing the game. But if both of them die, we lose the game, or if we get to the end of that track. We have plenty of time, though, so it's really going to be about if we die. Ooh, just 1 point of damage. We can soak that. We can soak that for sure. Now you may have noticed, but I removed all of these suspects on the board. You're supposed to remove all of them from the board once you have figured that out. And if we see anything that talks about suspects or alibis, we can ignore them. So now we're going to do Adila's turn. I think I'm going to attack this disciple, and then if we take him out, we're going to do range attacks against those two ghouls. For the Haster disciple, we have our brawling skill, so we'll roll a green die as well. We move up 1 on our insanity track, so that moves us within 3 spaces of another red space, but we definitely took him out. Only needs 2 points of damage, and we did 4 there. Then for the ghouls, we need 2 points of damage, but we only roll 3 black because we're not using our brawling here. They're not in the same space. So we'll roll this, and we only have 1 success, so I'm going to use my final stress to re-roll one of those. I'll re-roll this one. Come on. Oh, dang it. Why I say dang it is because if we damage one but don't kill it, we spawn another one there. So we really didn't do anything. We actually made it worse. Oh, we should only have 1 damage. So I think for our third action, we'll try, well, or should we just rest to get our stress back? I think I'm going to rest to get stress back because at this point, it's not worth it. We'll move 3 stress back, 1, 2, 3. And Ariel will heal 1 point of damage. I almost forgot, Adila should have taken another sanity, so she'll move that up 1. We're now only 2 away from leveling up. We'll flip our Mythos card, and we have Deflection. We don't have to worry about that. It's all talking about alibis. And I think, yeah, we've got 2 of these. We get 1 more, and he is going to move 1 up on his track. We are, ironically, in a safe space, so I'll just draw a Discovery card, and we have Unquestionable Evidence, and we have a love letter written by candlelight with the deacon's signature. You may take 2 stress to claim the deacon's letter or 1 stress to claim the crucifix. If the deacon's alibi, I can just ignore, that's not even helpful. The crucifix, once per turn, if you would lose sanity, you may lose 1 less sanity. That's cool. We want to lose sanity, but I'll still take that. So we'll take 1 stress for that. That means we have 2 stress left, and we have the crucifix. For Ariel's turn, we're going to do something a little bit sneaky. We are going to sneak away from Haster. We're going to move 1 space into here, and then we're going to move 1 space into here, and we can sneak by 2 of those because of our sneaking ability, but 1 will have to follow us into this space, and we'll have the one that's damaged move in here. So that was action 1. Action 2, we're going to do a trade. Adila is going to give us Jeffrey, the studious teenager, so we can gain another level of marksman. Doing that now means we get to level this up, and we now can attack and target 1 additional space away, so 2 total. So right now we could actually shoot Haster for our third action, but I think I'm going to take out the ghoul in our space. Yeah, or do we, you know what? Ghouls, well, they do roll kind of hard with 3 dice. Yeah, let's take them out. We are attacking in the same space, so unfortunately we do not get the benefit of our marksman ability. We just need 1 damage though. Oh, we got it. So that's the 1. We'll take out that ghoul. Now you may have noticed we moved into a location with fire, but I didn't do anything. That's because if you move into a space with fire, doesn't matter. When you move out of a space with fire, you take a fire token and put it on your sheet, and at the end of the round you resolve it by rolling a black die, and you take damage or sanity depending on whatever you roll. We'll move to that Mythos phase, and we get our third one. Oh, those ghouls. I just took them out and moved 2 spaces towards you, and we're going to have 1 summon in the red space. That means we're going to have 3 ghouls in our space. And not only that, all 3 ghouls are going to attack us this round, and we are fully stressed out. Oh, that's not good. We're just hoping for 1 point of insanity. Let's hope we can get that. And we didn't, but we do have just 1 point of damage, so I'll move ourselves up. We now have 2 points of damage. Come on, insanity on my black die. Come on. No, that's another point of damage. So now we're 2 health away from dying. Come on, insanity. You know you want to roll insanity, black die. No, just 1 more point of damage. Well, we are alive, but we're fully stressed and fully damaged. Not to mention, we have 3 of these symbols, so that means Haster is going to move up 1 more space, and we're going to have more fun stuff happen. First, we'll move this up 1 space on the track. Ariel will now gain a yellow sign token, and then we'll have to summon a Haster disciple at the nearest gate and a cultist at each other gate. So now we have a very full space over here. So what I think I'm going to do for Adila's turn is the first thing we're going to do is move out. We're going to move out of that space, and we're going to bring with us all of these enemies, because we don't have any stealth, so we can't sneak by them. And we're also going to take 1 fire token and place it on our board. We'll leave this one here. We'll place another one on our board. The reason I'm doing that is because of my pyromania. If I activate my pyromania while I'm in this spot, that would mean that Ariel would take 2 points of damage. Yeah, that would kill her, or kill both of her companions. I don't want to do that. So I've moved into this space, and you know what? I can move 2 spaces for 1 action. Let's come into here. Bring it. Bring all these guys into here. Come on. Why the heck not? I am at full health, and I think for action 2 and 3, I am going to attack Haster. I might be doing a little bit of a death wish here, but this might work out. If I can get to my Pyromania twice, I can deal fire damage to everyone in that location 2 times and kill all the ghouls. And I'd kill the Haster Disciple. Maybe. Okay, first time we're attacking. Great. We're dealing 3 damage to Haster and only 1 insanity. Do I want to reroll that? No, I mean, that's too good. I'm going to take that 3 damage out of the 12. And then we're 1 space away from activating our insanity. And let's go ahead for our second activation to attack one of those ghouls. They just attack hard with 3 dice. Great. We'll take 1 out. That's actually 3 points of damage. And that means we also are going to go insane. We'll push this up to here. That means we can level up. Let's do, target any number. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Or do we just heal 1 stress for each of these that we have, or the other heals 3 wounds? No, I've got to do this one when they're resting. And that's going to help each other, help us stay alive, hopefully. But now we're going to activate Pyromania. Put a fire token in your space, then deal wounds equal to the number of fire tokens in your space to all other figures in that area. We're going to deal 1 point of damage to all of these enemies. Unfortunately, they all have 2 health. That didn't work as well as I was hoping. Now, this was not an attack, so I would say the ghouls don't summon new ones there. Haster will take his 4th point of damage. Let's see what we get from our Mythos deck. And we have flip all alibi tokens. It's a deflection. The only thing that matters here is this symbol. Now the attacks come. This is going to be interesting. We are at full health. I'm going to roll 3 green dice for the Haster Disciple. She doesn't get the 4th one because we actually only have 1 yellow sign token on us right now. So we'll roll, and that's 2 points of damage. I'm going to spend 1 of our stress to re-roll one of those, and it's still 2. So I'm going to use that final stress to re-roll. Come on. No, still 2 points of damage. Ow. Ow. 2 of those ghouls will attack us, and we get 2 points of damage, so we're 1 health away from dying, but we do move up our sanity by 1, so we're now 3 away from leveling that up. And we get attacked again. You know what? This might be the end of Adela. Let's see. That is the end of Adela. We just lost her. Well, I will say that was poor thinking on my part, bringing all of them in 1 space. I didn't have enough to take them out there. Oh well. Well, Adela, may you live in infamy, as we're going to hope that Ariel now can take everybody else out. I don't have to worry about this fire token on Adela because she's already toast. So we'll move to Ariel's turn. I think the first thing we need to do is rest. We're going to rest 1, 2, 3, and then I think we're going to rest a second time, 1, 2, 3, just to give ourselves a little space. Then for our third action, we're going to attack Haster. We can do that because he's 2 spaces away. We're going to roll 2 additional green dice. That's it. I wish we had 1 more. We'll hopefully have that happen soon. So yeah, we're rolling 2 green dice and 3 black. Come on, Ariel. I want to see a huge hit here. And we get 1, 2, 3 successes, and we'll go insane, which is actually okay with me. That means Haster has a total of 7 damage on him. Get this, though. We're going to go insane. That means we get to level up one of our abilities. We can now perform 1 free attack per turn against a target not in our space. Now, we do have the catatonia, so we're going to have to lay our figure down, and then we can spend a stress to stand back up. Well, I'm definitely going to do that. So we'll fall over, spend a stress to get back up. We now can still perform a free attack, and we're going to attack the big man. Because of where we are on our insanity track, we've now gained 1 additional green die for all of our rolls. So 6 dice taken on Haster right here. Come on, tons of successes. And we get 1. 1 beautiful success. That means he has 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. And we're going to go slightly more insane. Well, that sure as heck did not feel worth it. We'll draw our Mythos card, and we have Guilty Whispers. Summon 1 cultist in each space with a suspect. No, there's no suspects. Awesome. That does nothing. Okay, there's no enemies in our space, so that means we get to draw a discovery card. Unfortunately, we only have 2 stress to play with. Let's see what we get. We get unquestionable evidence. A receipt from a nearby supply station with the janitor's signature. You may take 2 stress to claim the receipt. If the janitor's alibi token, I don't care about that. On that side, we have corrosive chemicals. Before performing an attack, discard this card to gain 4 green dice. You can do this to, or take 1 stress to claim this. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll move our stress from 1 away to the max, and we'll take the corrosive chemicals. Well, it's all up to Ariel now, so we're going to start with her and start with her free attack action on anyone on the board. Let's hit the Elder One. 6 dice. Come on. Tons of successes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that enough? That is exactly enough to take out his first stage. We will, though, also have to move up 2 on this track. We're 1 away from leveling up again. Defeating stage 2 is great, but he still has 2 more to go, and this one is still in effect. I'm going to set it aside, but he's still going to roll 3 green dice, and now he's going to add 3 black dice when he attacks us. And we have to do the when revealed here. So we have move Haster to the red gate. Each investigator with 2 or more yellow signs takes 1 wound. Yeah, we have 3, and the red gate is right where we are. And then at the end of each turn, you're going to gain a yellow sign token, so that's a new ability. So he's just simply going to come and try and take us out, move into our space right here. And we're going to take 1 point of damage. Now, the nice thing is, first of all, we have not even spent an action yet, and we're stealthy. We'll spend action 1 running away from him. That does mean we're going to take 1 fire damage, or a fire token, so I don't know what's going to happen. We'll have to roll for that at the end phase. But we're going to move 1, 2 to move here. That was action 1. Action 2, we're going to rest. And we're doing this so we don't die. We're going to move down 1 here and 2 down here. And then action 3, we're going to attack him. Feels like a good a time as any to throw some corrosive chemicals, so we'll add 4 green dice to this attack. We have our 3 black as usual, our 3 green, and then our 4 additional green for our corrosive chemicals. He has 12 health in this stage. Let's see how much we can do. We actually don't have a ton here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 points of damage and 2 more up the insanity track. That's okay. We're going to hit our greens or our next red spot, so we'll just stop there. We'll deal that 4 damage to Haster. Then we will move up 1 on the sanity track, which of course will knock us over again because of our catatonia. We will then, let's see, I think we're going to increase our stealth. I think that's the best one. We can deal 1 wound to each enemy we sneak past, so if we sneak by him again, at least we can do that. We'll then have to spend 1 stress to stand back up. Now we have, let's see, we actually have 1 more action left, so let's go ahead and shoot him again. This time, though, we'll only have 3 black and 3 green, but let's see how much damage we can do this time. And we did more damage than we did with the additional dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage and only 1 sanity. 5 plus 4 is 9. He only has 3 health for stage 3. And you know, quite frankly, I would love to get to here very soon because I can get another green die. I would say that was a pretty successful turn. So we have self-defense. If you're in a space with at least 1 suspect token, take 1 wound. We can't do that. Otherwise, summon 1 cultist in your space. Oh, that's the last cultist. And yes, he is going to come out in our space. We can take him out. We only have 2 of our symbols on here, so he will not move up the track yet. We got 1 more card. The cultist in our space now will attack us. Normally he rolls 2 green, but we definitely have more than 2 yellow signs, so he's rolling 3. Let's see what he gets. He only gets 1 damage, and that means we only move up to, what, 2 points of damage? Yeah, we will definitely take that, just 1 point of damage. Now I'm going to do this a little out of order. Technically, during the end turn, or end phase, I should deal with fire first, but because I'm here, I'm going to remember to grab my yellow sign token that I'm going to have to take now at the end of each turn, thanks to Haster. We'll have to roll a black die for the fire, and we get tentacle, so we're going to go a little bit more insane because of the fire damage. It's only a flesh wound, and all we can think of is Adila and her killing herself to try and help us be able to defeat Haster. We're going to do it. I don't see anything in the rules stating that we can't do this. Although we have a cultist in our space, we are still going to target 2 spaces away and use our marksman ability and attack Haster. So that means we have 6 dice, 3 green, 3 black. We just need 3 damage, and stage 3 is complete. And we'll roll this up. We have 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 3 damage, and we're going to go just a little more insane, which means we can level up, and we're going to get another green die. That means with moving up 1 space here, we can move up on our stealth track, and it says now we may sneak by any number of times, and every time we sneak by any enemies, we deal them 1 wound. That's awesome. We are, though, going to get knocked over on our side because of our catatonia. Haster's stage 3 has now been complete. Which gate is he going to go to now? We have, let's see, when revealed, move Haster to the yellow gate. Do you remember how many enemies there are? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies there. Then each investigator with 2 or more yellow sign tokens takes 2 wounds, so we're going to take 2 wounds. Any one investigator may sacrifice themselves to take wounds until they're dead to stop this effect. At the end of each turn, this is what I was worried about. Roll 1 black die for each yellow sign token you have and take the wounds or the sanity. So yeah, we have to do this fast, you guys, because we are going to die very quickly. And we'll just add insult to injury. He'll also be rolling 1 green die when he's attacking us. So now 4 green dice and 3 black dice if he attacks us. But we're marksmen, so we're generally not going to be in his space. So he's going to go ahead and jump himself all the way over to here with all of his little buddies trying to protect him. And then we are going to take 2 wounds. We'll move this up 2 spaces. Now, here's the fun part. We have to spend a stress to stand back up. So I'm going to spend a stress to stand back up because we can't rest. We're not in a safe space. At least that's how I think that works. We still have 2 actions because we've only done 1 this round. We've shot him and attacked him for 1, and that's defeated him for the first action. Our second action, we're going to go ahead and try and defeat that cultist. And then our third action will rest, but then we can use our marksman and do a long-range attack on him. Fortunately for us, that cultist is a favored enemy for us, so we get 1 additional green die for that, and then 2 green dice because of our insanity. I don't get to use my marksman because he's in the same space. All we need is 2 damage here, and we can take him out, and we've got more than enough. We have 2 more insanity. I'm worried about going insane, you guys. We'll take the insanity here. Now, we did defeat him, so we are in a safe space now. So I'm going to spend my final action to rest. We're going to go down by 3, and then we'll use our 1 free attack, and we're going to attack Haster in his space. That's going to be a total green dice of 1, 2, 3, 4 green dice, and then the 3 black dice. We're hoping for tons of damage here. Hoping for tons. Come on, I want to see lots of exclamation points. We have 1, 2, 3 exclamation points. I'm okay with that. Actually, what I'd really like to see here is no tentacles. Huh. So 3 damage to Haster. Only 9 left, you guys. We'll move to that Mythos phase, and we'll draw. We have the yellow sign. That's not good. I don't like yellow signs. If you're in the same space as Haster or a Haster disciple, no, take 2 stress. For each stress, you cannot take 1 wound. If you're not in the same space, a yellow sign token. Okay, so we gain that. Then we can get a discovery card. We'll draw the top card of our discovery deck, and we have unquestionable evidence. Mud on the prefect's shoes from when he absconded for the night. Oh, you may take 2 stress to claim the footprint. That's about the alibi. Who cares about that? Or take 1 stress to claim the carving knife. Gain 1 green die when attacking. Yes, please. I have 1 stress. I will take my final stress. That's going to fill me up in stress. But I'll do that. I'm going to grab the carving knife. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be kind of the turning point of the game. We're going to gain our 6th yellow sign token. We're now going to have to roll 6 black dice. If we don't die from that, then I think we might have a chance because we can get a free attack on him. We can then move so we're within range of him and do 2 more attacks. So we've got 3 more attacks on him, and he already has 3 damage. I think we can pull it off as long as we don't go insane or we don't die from this. 6 black dice. Oh boy. Oh boy. We get hit for 1, 2, 3 points of damage. We're not dead, but we do move up our insanity to the next red spot. 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. We're only, 1 away. And then we're going to move this up by 1. That unfortunately is going to knock us over. Bummer. I forgot about the catatonia. That's going to reduce the amount of attacks we get on him. We can level up. The only one we can level up is this one. Okay. So starting that next round, we're going to have to rest. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Then spend that 1 stress to stand back up so we can do something. We have 2 actions left. Let's first start with this attack because it's a free attack. We can perform an attack against any target that's not in your space. So the amount of green dice we're rolling for that is 1 because of the carving knife, which you can't see here. There we go. 1 for the carving knife, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green dice, and 3 black dice. Here we have the dice that we're rolling, 3 black and 6 green. Come on. I need to see tons of damage with this. Tons. Okay, we have no insanity. I will take that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. That means we only need to deal 5 more points of damage. We might be able to do this. So we spent 1 action resting, and then we did our free attack. We're going to spend our second action to move 1, 2, sneak by all of those guys, and 3, and kill all of them. We deal 1 point of damage to every enemy that we sneak by, and they all had 1 point of damage. That's awesome. So yeah, we totally got retribution for Adila there. Then for our third action, we are going to attack Hastur right here. If we can take him out, we win the game. We'll need 5 successes to do that, though. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Enough successes. Yeah, we went a little bit more insane, but more than enough to take Hastur out. Oh, that was awesome. So there you have it. That was Cthulhu Death May Die. Sure, you can see a lot of Simon in here with tons of dice rolling, but I've got to say, I cannot believe how much fun this game is. I love all the different episodes. I think I've played now 7 different episodes, and each one has felt very different. I do agree with Mike, though, that I do feel like the Elder ones, I've played all but 2 of them now, and they all feel pretty similar. But yeah, still overall, I am loving it, enjoying it. I'm going to keep playing this. So if you'd like, let me know in the comments below what favorite episode that you have, or what one of the Elder ones you'd like to see. I'm definitely going to do this again on the channel. And heck, I might even start painting. I mean, at least I'm going to paint these investigators. I think they look awesome. I don't know, painting these guys, oh, that's going to take forever, but they do look so cool. But I don't want to mess them up, too. But yeah, let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you at the next stop.